Friends, welcome to Abhivyakti India's Future Classroom. In today's episode of Solutions to Andhra Bank PO 2015, it is a part 2 and the first question is on the screen, that the sum of the money rupees X was invested for 5 years in a scheme which offers simple interest at the rate of 12% per annum. The amount received after 5 years was reinvested in the same scheme for the same period. If the amount received after reinvesting for the same period is rupees 780 more than rupees X, what was the initial sum of money invested in the scheme? Here the investment is done with a simple interest. It is for 5 years and the rate of interest is 12%. So the total interest received will be 60%. And therefore the simple interest in the first case will be equal to 60% of X, that is 60X by 100. And therefore the amount will be equal to principal plus interest. Principal is X plus interest is 60X by 100. Now this amount is reinvested in the same scheme for 5 years with a rate of interest of 12%. So again the total interest received after 5 years will be 60% of the amount invested. So the amount invested is this one, and therefore the simple interest received in the second case will be equal to 60% of X plus 60X by 100. Now multiply by 60% inside the bracket, so you will get 60% of X, so that is 60X by 100 plus 60% of 60X by 100. If you solve that, you get it as 36X by 100. So this will be equal to 96X by 100. And therefore the amount received in this case will be equal to amount, that is equal to X, that is this will be the principal, plus 60X by X, plus this is the simple interest, that is 96X by 100. And it is given that this is equal to the 780 more than that of X, so it will be equal to X plus 780. So this X and this X will get cancelled. This should be 100, and 100 is a common denominator, so we can shift it to other side. So 96 plus 60, that will be equal to 156X, that is equal to 780 multiplied by 100, so it will be 78,000, and therefore X is equal to 78,000 divided by 156, and therefore X is equal to 500. Therefore the initial amount that was invested is rupees 500. Now the another question is, the directions are given for the question number 159 to 163. What will come in place of question mark in the given number series? Here the number series is given and we have to find the number which will be replaced by question mark. So it is 60, 21, 9, 6, again 6 and then question mark. If you see the relation between these numbers, you will see that 60 by 3, that is 20, plus 1, you get 21. Now here it is 21 by 3, that is 3 sevens are 21 plus 2, and we get 9. Now this 9 divided by 3, that is 3 3s are 9, plus 3, so 3 plus 3, that we get 6. Now this 6 divided by 3, that is 3 2s are 6, so 2 plus 4 and we get 6. Now this 6 divided by 3 plus 5, so 3 2s are 6, so 2 will be here and 2 plus 5, that will be 7. So the question mark will be replaced by 7. Now the next question is, that is 5, then question mark, 61, 122, 213, 340 and 509. If you observe this series, you will see that it is 8 cube minus 3 and 8 cube minus 3, that is 512 minus 3, that is 509. This is 7 cube minus 3, that will be 340, and the next is 6 cube minus 3, that is 213. Then next is 5 cube minus 3, that is 122, and then next is 4 cube minus 3, that is 61, and therefore next should be 3 cube minus 3, 3 cube, that is 3 3s are 9 and 9 3s are 27, 27 minus 3, that is equal to 24. So question mark will be replaced by 24, and this will be 2 cube minus 3, that is 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8, 8 minus 3, that is 5. So the question mark will be replaced by 24. Now the next series is 2, 4, 10, 22, question mark and 72. The numbers are increasing. It means some number is added or it is multiplied. So check for that. Here if you observe, you will see that the difference between these two numbers is 2. Then the difference between these two numbers is 6. And the difference between these two numbers is 12. And the difference between these are 4, 6, and therefore this difference should be 8, and therefore 12 and 8, the difference between these two should be 20. So 22 and 20, that will be 42. Then the next difference should be 10. So the difference between these two should be 20 plus 10, that is 30, and therefore 42 plus 30, that is equal to 72, and therefore the question mark should be replaced by number 42. In the next series, the numbers are 29, 37, 21, question mark, 13, 53 and 5. If you see these alternate numbers, 29 to 21, 29 to 13 and 13 to 5, here these numbers are decreasing. It means something is subtracted or something is divided. And if you observe these numbers, 37 to question mark and question mark to 53, these numbers are increasing. It means something is added or multiplied. If you observe this, you will see that here 8 is subtracted, that is 29 minus 8, that will be 21. If you subtract 8 from 21, you get 13, and if you subtract 8 from 13, you get 5. So check for this. If you add 8, you will get 37 and 8, that will be 45. And 45 plus 8, that will be 53. And therefore here the 8 is added and here the 8 is subtracted, and so the question mark should be replaced by the number 45. Here in this question the difficulty level is somewhat increased. Here the question mark is in the beginning, so we will start from the reverse side. So it is 3.5, 3.25 plus 9 multiplied by 1 by 4, that you get 5.5. Now for this 5.5 plus 9 multiplied by half, it means here 1 by 4th we have multiplied by 2, so 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4, it will become 1 half, and if you solve this you get it as 10. Now this 10 plus 9 multiplied by half multiplied by 2, that will be 1. So 10 plus 9, that will be 19. Now this 19 plus 9 multiplied by 1 into 2, that is 2 ones are 2, so multiplied by 2, 9 twos are 18 plus 19, that is equal to question mark. So 19 plus 18, that will be equal to 37. So this question mark will be replaced by 37. Now this 37 plus 9 into 2 multiplied by 2, that is 4. So 9 fours are 36. So 37 plus 36, that will be equal to 73. And so the question mark will be replaced by 37. The next question in the question paper was directions for the question number 164 to 168. In each of these questions, two equations number 1 and 2 are given. You have to solve both the equations and find the answers. If x is less than 8, your answer will be A. If x is less than or equal to y, your answer will be B. If x is greater than y, your answer will be C. If x is greater than or equal to y, your answer will be D. And if x is equal to y or the relation cannot be established, then your answer will be E. Here is the first equation, that 2x square plus 15x plus 22 is equal to 0. This is a quadratic equation in x. We have to solve this quadratic equation and find the value of x. We solve the quadratic equation by splitting the middle term, and then we find the values of x. But we have to solve here by avoiding all the terms and directly write the value of x. Just see how to write the value of x directly. What we do, we multiply this to 22 into 2. So the product we want 44. Friends, don't write all these things. Keep it in your mind. Practice in this way only. And the sum should be the coefficient of x, that is plus 15. So we have to search for the two numbers whose product is 44 and the sum is 15. So you will see that the two numbers are 11 and 4. Because 11 4s are 44 and 11 and 4 are 15. Two numbers in such a way that whose product should be 44 and the sum should be 15. Then you split the middle term, take out the common factors, then you find the value of x. But instead of doing that, you have to do it directly. You have to find the value of x. So what you will do, just change the sign of this number. It will be minus 11. Then divide this by the coefficient of x square. Here in this case it is 2. So divide by 2. So it will be minus 11 by 2. So the value of x will be minus 11 by 2. Now the same way for the second number. So change the sign. It will be minus 4 divided by 2. So 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4. So the value of x will be minus 2. Now we will find the value of y by equation number 2. What we do, we multiply these two numbers. So 25 3s are 75. So product should be 75 and the sum should be the coefficient of y, that is plus 20. So sum should be 20. So you will see that there are the two numbers as 15 and 5. So 15 5s are 75. So the product is 75 and the sum of 15 and 5 is 20. So we got the two numbers as 15 and 5. Now we will find the value of y, that is 15. The sign should be changed, so it will be minus 15. Then divided by the coefficient of y square, that is x3 here. So divide by 3. So it will be 3 1s are 3, 3 5s are 15, and therefore y is equal to minus 5. Now this another number is y, 5. Change its sign, so it will be minus 5. So it will be minus 5 by 3. So the another number will be minus 5 by 3. Now we will compare these numbers, x and y. Now x is minus 11 by 2. That time the value of y will be minus 5. When x is minus 11 by 2, the value of y will be minus 5 by 3. Now the value of x take as minus 2, so it will be minus 2, and the value of y will be minus 5. This is minus 2 and the value of y will be minus 5 by 3. So here minus 11 by 2 is smaller than minus 5. Minus 11 by 2 is smaller than minus 5 by 3. Minus 2 is greater than minus 5. And minus 2 is smaller than minus 5 by 3. So here x is smaller than y, here smaller than y, here smaller than y, but here it is greater than y. So we cannot establish relation between x and y. So the option E is correct. Now the next equations are 3x square minus 23x plus 44 is equal to 0. Here what we do, we multiply these two. So the product we want as 132 and the sum that we want as minus 23. So we have to search for the two numbers whose product is 132 and the sum is minus 23, and such numbers are minus 12 and minus 11. Because minus 12 into minus 11 will be plus 132, and the sum of these two numbers will be minus 23. Now to write the values of x, what we do, we change the sign of this number, so it will become plus 12, and we divide it by the coefficient of x square. So here it is 3, so divided by 3. So it will be 3 4s are 12. So x value is 4. Now the another value of x will be, we change the value, minus 11 will change to plus 11 divided by 3. So the another value will be 11 by 3. Now we will solve the second equation, that is 3y square minus 19y plus 30 is equal to 0. We multiply 30 and 3. So we require product as 90, and the sum should be the coefficient of y, that is minus 90. So we have to search for the two numbers whose product is 90 and the sum is minus 19. Definitely that two numbers will be minus 10 and minus 9. The product of these two numbers is plus 90 and the sum of these two numbers is minus 19. Therefore the value of x, we change the sign, so it will become 10 and divide by the coefficient of y square. So the coefficient of y square is 3 here. So divided by 3. So y is equal to 10 by 3. Now for the another, it is minus 9 will be plus 9 divided by 3. So 3 3s are 9 and the another value will be 3. Now we will compare the values of x and y. So if we compare the values of x and y, so 4 and 10 by 5, so it is greater, 10 by 3 it is. So 4 is greater than 10 by 3. Then next is 4 and 3. So 4 is greater than 3. Another value of x is 11 by 3 and y is 10 by 3. So 11 is greater than 10. And next is x is 11 by 3 and y is 3. So 11 by 3 is greater than 3 and therefore x is greater than y, and therefore the option C is correct. The next equations are x square minus 8x plus 16 is equal to 0. We multiply these two. Here the coefficient is 1. So it's very easy. So we want product at 16. And the sum should be minus 8. So product should be 16 and sum should be minus 8. So two numbers will be minus 4 and minus 4. So its product will be plus 16 and sum will be minus 8. So what we do to find the value of x, we simply change the sign of this 4 divided by 1. So it will be 4. If you change the sign of this 4, you will get 4. So the value of x will be 4 and 4. Now the second equation is 4y square minus 27y plus 35 is equal to 0. We multiply 35 and 4. So we want product to be 35 4 that is 140 and the sum should be minus 27. So such two numbers can be minus 20 and minus 7, because 27 it will be plus 140 and the sum of these two numbers will be minus 27. Now to find the value of y, we will change this sign, so it will be 20 and divided by the coefficient of y square, that is 4, so divided by 4. So 4 5s are 20. So y is equal to 5. Now this, change the sign, so it will be 7 by. So another value will be 7 by 4. Now we will compare x and y. X and y. X is 4, y is 5. X is 4 and y is 7 by 4. So 4 is smaller than 5 and here 4 is greater than 7 by 4, and in one case it is x is smaller than y and in the second case x is greater than y, and therefore we cannot establish the relationship, and therefore the E option is correct. Now the next is 4x square minus 19x plus 21 is equal to 0. Multiply 21 and 4. So the product should be 84 and the sum should be minus 19. So search for the two numbers whose product is 84 and sum is minus 19. Then that two numbers will be minus 12 and minus 7. So the product is 84 and the sum is minus 19. To find the value of x, what we do, we change the sign, so this will become 12 and we divide by the coefficient of x square, that is 4 here, so divide by 4. So it will be 4 3s are 12. So x is equal to 3. Next value will be minus 7 will be plus 7. So it will be 7 by 4. So another value will be 7 by 4. Now we will find the value of y. Here we multiply 21 and 2. So 21 and 2, so we want product to be 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4, that is 42. And the sum should be equal to minus 30. (42). Now the two numbers will be minus 7 and minus 6. Product of these two will be 42 and the sum of these two will be minus 13, and therefore we get the value of y as change the sign, so it will be plus 7, divide it by the coefficient of y square, that is 2, so it will be 7 by 2. Similarly minus 6, change it to plus 6 divided by 2, so 2 3s are 6. So the value of y will be equal to 7 by 2 and 3. Now compare these values of x and y. So x and y. So it will be 3, 7 by 2. So 3 is smaller than 7 by 2. Then 3 and 3 both are equal. Then 7 by 4 and 7 by 2. Here 7 by 2 will be smaller, and the last one will be 7 by 4 and 3. So 7 by 4 will be smaller than 3. So here this 3 shows that x is smaller than y, and this shows that x is equal to y. So the correct option will be smaller than or equal to, and therefore the B option is correct. Now friends, I hope you might have got the idea how to find the value of x and y and compare the values of x and y. Now this is one more question from the same paper. I hope you can solve it, so try it for yourself. Now the next question is the sum of the side of a square and the length of the rectangle is 30 meter, and the sum of the side of a square and the breadth of the rectangle is 24 meter. If the length of the rectangle is twice the breadth, what is the respective ratio between the area of the square and the area of the rectangle? The length is twice that of the breadth. So let the side be A, let the length of the rectangle be L, and breadth of the rectangle be B. Now the first condition is that the sum of the side of a square and the length, side of a square and the length, the sum is equal to 30 meter. And the second condition is that the sum of the side of the square and the breadth, side of the square and the breadth, that is equal to 24 meter. Let this be number 1 and this is number 2. If you solve these two equations simultaneously, subtract 1 and 2, so A will get cancelled, and here it will be L minus B, that is equal to 6, and therefore L is equal to 6 plus B. Now here the third condition is also given. Let this be equation number 3. The third condition is that the length of the rectangle is twice the breadth. Length of the rectangle that is equal to twice of the breadth. Here length is equal to 6 plus b, so it will be 6 plus b, that is equal to 2b. If you take b to other side, we will get b is equal to 6. So the breadth is 6. Now you have got b. Now put the value of b here and you will get the value of L, or put the value of b here and you will get the value of L. So L is equal to 6 plus 6 and that will be equal to 12. So L is equal to 12. Now you got length and you got breadth. You have to find side. So put the value of L here. L is 12. So shift 12 to other side. So it will be 30 minus 12. So 30 minus 2 equal to 18. And therefore A is equal to 18. Now you have got length of the rectangle, breadth of the rectangle and the side of the square, and now you can find the ratio, that is A1 upon A2, the ratio of the areas. So it will be 18 square area of the square, that is 18 into 18, divided by length into breadth, that is 12 into 6. If you solve this, you get it as 9 by 2, and therefore the required ratio is 9:2. Friends, this was the second part of the solution of the Andhra Bank PO examination, which was held in the 2015. I hope you must have enjoyed. If yes, please like it, share it with your friends and subscribe to the channel. If by any other reason you disliked it, please share your views through comments so that we will try to improve, because there is always a room for improvement. Thank you very much. Friends, you might have enjoyed this video. Then go to thumbs up button and click. Then go to share tab and share with your friends on Facebook, Twitter, Google Plus and many more. And to get the updates right in your mailbox, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you very much.